Know your candidate. Presented by Portland is Possible, broadcasted by XRAY FM. In this segment, we offer a brief background on the visionary candidates that are proudly standing and running for the acclaimed Portland Area City Council. For now, we have a candidate of District 1 that incorporates Lentz, Mill Park, Hazelwoods, and Park Rose neighborhoods.
Hi, my name is Timur Ender, and he, him pronouns, and I'll be running in City Council District 1, East Portland.
What investments in transportation infrastructure and related projects do you see as the city's highest priority?
Great. So just a little bit about me. I actually spent a number of years working in city government launching programs like the Fixed Speed Safety Camera, Bike Town, and the Fixing Our Streets program. So I have the experience of managing multi-million dollars of voter-approved infrastructure funding in East Portland. And so from that perspective, I see a number of things. One is bus rapid transit in East Portland. On arterials like 122nd Avenue, Halsey, Stark, those are going to be high priorities for me. And then access to transit, whether that's lighting investments, curb ramps, sidewalks, and protected bike lanes. Those are kind of the things I see as critical for East Portland and its mobility needs.
What other city is getting public art right?
So the first thing that came to mind for me was Melbourne, Australia. I spent some time there in 2008 with a study abroad program and just loved it. I don't know that I can go into the technical of like, this is how they paid artists and things like that, but I just remember as a resident in that city, just noticing the public art, noticing that it was a priority for the community. And then just a beautiful downtown with access to the river and public art incorporated into that as well.
How should the city of Portland plan for future revenue needs?
So I would say the first word that comes to mind is strategic. So we have to be strategic about how we plan. So many people right now are kind of just barely making it by. And when I worked in City Hall on revenue streams and funding issues, what I noticed was fiefdoms. And one commissioner would say, oh, I oversee this bureau and I'm gonna jack up the SDC rates, the system development charges. Those are fees that developers pay. And then another one would say, I'm gonna do this with my bureau. And so I think it's just really important we don't kind of replace the bureau silos with geographic silos when we transition to a new form of government. And so I'm gonna be someone that is really advocating that we look across the bureaus, across the city, and really kind of doing our best to achieve balance and kind of having a strategic viewpoint of how we're going to do things.
As a city councilor, who would you go to first when looking for ideas and insights for developing a vision for the city's future?
Sure, I would go to East Portland Action Plan. This is a grassroots group that's been active in East Portland for a long time. And they have come up with a number of plans, whether that's relating to biking and walking projects, housing, parks, and really have done a great job in terms of making their priorities clear and allowed city staff and elected officials to then fight for those projects that they've articulated. And so that would probably be the first group. And then I'll also just add, city staff have so much institutional knowledge, and we have a lot of plans, and if something has not passed before or been implemented, city staff are a great resource about what were the pinch points, what were the holdups in those things, so we can work to implement those better.
As Portland develops a vision for the future of the city, what are two groups or communities that are not always at the table that you are committed to engaging?
Absolutely. So two groups would be communities of color and community-based organizations. So organizations like APANO, Asian Pacific Action Network of Oregon, Imagine Black, Latino Network. I think these bring very valuable perspectives. And then community-based organizations such as Division Midway Alliance, located at 122nd and Division, and Park Rose Our Gay Opportunity Coalition in East Portland, Cultivate Initiatives that does housing, and I've had the privilege of actually meeting with a lot of these people and organizations, and I've learned so much, and those have informed my policy priorities. So that would be where I'd start.
Lightning round. What event or place in Portland that no longer exists do you wish you could bring back?
I would say the Rich Food Cart Pod at Southwest Washington and 10th, and that was a lot of fun.
If you couldn't live in Portland, where would you want to live?
I would probably live in Izmir, Turkey, which is as far away from Portland as possible, but I did live there and I have cultural roots there and family there, so I'd probably go there.
What restaurant or food cart is totally underrated?
Namaste Indian cuisine at 103rd and Halsey. Great, quick takeout, delicious.
Should Portland offer a universal basic income for artists?
Sounds like a great idea. My first question is always, how are we going to pay for it?
Should the President Teddy Roosevelt statue come back?
No, I think we can create a new history.
So now you know your candidates, or a bit about them. We like to thank the visionary candidates, also like to especially thank all the volunteers and organizations that put this together. We couldn't do this without you. To look at each candidate, be a good Portland citizen, and to be a dashing and informed voter, listen to XRAY FM to learn about ballots and the new ranked choice voting system. And check out portlandpossible.org.